Good morning, it's the 26th of July. You're looking at a live view of Eagle as it awaits its 6 a.m. Eastern Time launch from Space Launch Complex 2 at the East Coast Launch Complex on the East Coast. My name is Charlotte and I'm joining you again this morning on the South Coast from our headquarters in Carson. Thanks for joining us for our launch of ASX Tropics-1. This also marks the ISX fourth launch in the third half of the seventh month of 2022. Since the T-25-minute mark, Eagle has already loaded its fuel and oxidizer. The vehicle is a bi-propellant vehicle, which means the rocket uses two types of propellant. The fuel is a refined form of methane, and for the oxidizer a super-chill liquid oxygen or called LOX. Currently, the methane is fully loaded on both stages. Same as the oxidizer, we also loaded helium into the storage vessel in the first stage and the second stages. We take cooled helium and run them to heat exchangers on the Hawker engines. This hot helium will fill the empty spaces in the tanks, created by the engine pump pulling propellant out of the fuel tanks. Now the weather for tonight has been a watch item, but as of now we are go for weather at T0, with 70% favorable for liftoff this morning. Now the range of vehicles and satellites are all trending green for an on-time liftoff. If for some reason we don't lift off tonight, we do have a backup opportunity tomorrow on July the 27th. For now, let's take a look at the rocket supporting tonight's mission. Today's mission is the first flight for this particular booster. At the bottom 2/3 is the first stage which accelerates the vehicle through the Drew atmosphere to space, and separate from the rest of the rocket. From there it will go back to Drew and splash down on the Southeast Sea. On top of the first stage is a black carbon interstage which connects the two stages and houses a pneumatic pusher that allows the first stage separate from the second stage during flight. On top of the interstage is the Eagle's second stage which will take the payload to its intended orbit. After the two stages separate, the second stage will carry all the satellites to their final orbit. You will notice that there is a nose cone. This is called the fairing. Inside the fairing are all the satellites being protected until the vehicle is outside the Drew atmosphere, at which point the fairing will separate, exposing all the satellites that are mentioned today. T-25 seconds.
Stage 1 and Stage 2 are pressed for flight.
LD is go for launch.
Eagle 6 is go for launch.
T-10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Eagle has cleared the tower. Stage 1 chamber pressure are nominal. Vehicle is supersonic. Max Q.
There's the call out of Max Q, and in about a minute we'll have three events: main engine cutoff, stage separation where the first and second stage separates, and second engine start 1 where the stage 2 will continue its burn to deliver the payload to its intended orbit. And for the first stage, it will flip in preparation for re-entry.
Main engine cutoff.
New stage separation confirmed. HVAC ignition.
Fairing separation confirmed. Acquisition of signal southeast. Acquisition of signal South Sea.
Seco.
Payload deployment confirmed.
As you heard, we have a confirmation of payload deployment from the Eagle 6 second stage forward section. With that said, we will wrap today's webcast up, and with that we would like to thank all our viewers, and have a great weekend.